All right, welcome to episode 1 of the Nerd Rage video podcast.
Yeah.
Maybe the first and last.
The first and last, yeah.
We can only hope.
So, your host as always, we've got Andrew, otherwise known as King Parent One.
Host with the most tattoos.
And actually to the left, we've got Jake, otherwise known as Circuit.
From the D.
From the Dirty D.
Dirty D.
Dirty D.
We also have on my left Ben, otherwise known as Colonel Sanders.
Hello, internet.
Otherwise known as Moonshine Ben.
Ooh, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Shine band.
Also on my left we have John, otherwise known as
The absent
John.
Last from the past, John Brainerd.
So if you've been with us a while, you know who he is. To the right,
Secret guest.
Go
and
away.
I don't know who that was. Mom!
Gosh, recording a podcast!
Get out of the basement, Mom.
How'd you get to the basement? You moved to the kitchen. On the right, we've got Timmy, otherwise known as Permanu.
Hey-o.
And then on the very right, we have Little Andrew, otherwise known as Bob Call 13.
Howdy.
So we are all here right now. They all just got done humiliating me.
You gonna show them what we were doing?
No.
Way worth it.
Since tomorrow is the wedding, and I guess 12 hours from now,
Yeah.
I'll be
Mrs. Foltz.
Are you gonna hyphenate the name?
Andrew Foltz. Jerks. Oh, I put up with you all. But yeah, so for most of us, this is I guess not most of us, for some of us, it's the first time seeing each other. Jake and Timmy,
Yep.
I've met several times. They're like brothers from the other mothers.
Across from the mitt from each other.
Yeah. And they go out for tea and crumpets every once in a while.
We used to. Actually, John drinks the tea. We go out for coffee.
Oh, okay. John drinks.
Yeah, I drank coffee.
But Ben and John have not met any
This
of
is
us.
my virgin appearance.
Virgin appearance. And Andrew's not met anyone here either. So this is kind of a cool get together, and Andrew gets married and humiliated all in one package.
You know, I gotta say what Ben said to me, the very first thing he said to me kind of troubles me still right now. That is what he says is,
You're beautiful.
that would flatter me.
But hey, who are you?
Hey, you're taller than I imagined. What did you imagine?
Here's the thing about meeting people in like real life, cause like
Meat space.
I don't like get on Facebook a lot, so like the images I have of you guys are like little like Skype profiles that like who knows how old they are, and like you'll be like, oh hey, and I'm like, hey.
Is mine still
And
my
then,
daughter
like-
picking her nose?
I don't. It might.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It might be.
You're a lot
But, like-
manlier than your picture.
I
I'm
kind
not
of
picking my
don't.
nose either.
I kind of don't recognize people till they start to talk. I'm like, oh, you're Jake.
Yeah, like,
I know your voice!
yeah,
He
like
was so
when we
confused,
first,
and I walked up. I was like, hey, he goes,
I was like,
hi.
hey.
I'm like, who are you?
yeah, like when me and Ben first
Talk to me! Let me know who you are!
yeah,
Well,
when,
you should get on Facebook once in a while.
when me and Ben first met, we were at your church, like at the dinner, and I walk up to all of them, and go, hey, and then Jake's like, oh hey, and then Ben's like, oh, you're Andrew Moore, and I'm like, yeah.
Like, my name's Andrew. I'm like, oh.
Oh, that guy! Oh my. That is kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
Well, and I tried to pick up plenty of people at the airport before I finally saw them then. There was much more. If I was going to just pick up a random guy at the airport.
Well, when you guys were rolling up, I'm
like, well, I guess we pick up that homeless guy.
I see the Subaru, and then like you kind of slow down, and like John's peeking out the window, like, is that him? And I'm like,
Do you have what I'm looking for?
Can I ride with you guys?
Climb into the back of random Subarus. That's a good plan.
We should have had a sign here for Colonel
Yeah,
Sanders.
we'll just hold out the window as we drive by.
I thought about
chicken.
that, like, I should get a sign or something, but like, surely, like, I don't know.
Well, never once did you say I'm the homeless looking guy that spent the night in the airport. That would have been easier to pick out at that point.
You should have just got a picture of your picture on Steam.
There you go.
Yeah.
And just hung it around your neck.
Yeah,
And be like, oh! That's him!
Right here.
have a giant megaphone just talking. I'm like, oh yeah.
Colonel Sanders.
See, the thing is with like Folty though, is if you've seen one picture of Folty, you know exactly what he looks like.
Yeah.
The height can be a little disturbing, but that's about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is the.
I've got one picture in my head I don't ever want to see again. Though.
I think that's with all of us.
Yeah.
I have a lot of feelings on my body. I don't want to feel that.
Ben might be the only person that actually enjoyed that very thoroughly.
Yeah, I mean, I know your wife goes on vacations from you. And by vacations, I mean sleepovers, but
Taking that bromance to the next level.
That
you
is-
had a lot of pent up
Something.
Like I said, I'm a little
something.
Something,
sick and
exactly what
twisted,
it
and that
is.
was a little sick and twisted, so that's right up my alley.
So,
That's how I never want to go down.
Should we maybe tell people what we did to you so they don't think like some sort of weird deviant thing? is
No, we
happening
should just
on
make
your
them think it's
wedding
weird.
night?
well, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna cross my legs.
It's getting more awkward by the moment.
Yeah, say. We're in the same room now, so.
At least we're not like. Anyways, yeah, you
Yeah.
know, probably.
So,
What did you do to him? What did you do to him?
we won't show
Where's his we?
what we did. It was a group effort for the most part.
Listen, group effort is a term used very loosely. Some of us did pitch in, but most of the work here, let's not lie.
I was a little more enthusiastic than most.
Yeah.
Well, and the best
Um,
man, Ben, who is not pictured. Other Ben, who is not,
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
currently here.
Yeah.
but
I'm gonna start calling
master
you.
artists.
I'm gonna start calling you Colonel Sanders Plaster Hands.
Smooth hands.
I just like the feel, I guess. So anyways, before we get any more disturbing, all over Foltzy's body, you can kind of see on his
From the
elbows.
waist up.
Yeah, let's just specify waist up here.
He has stick-on tattoos all over his body in various
Let's
compromising
not
places.
lift any more shirt than that.
And
They were the penalty of answering impossible questions.
Carolyn's gonna be quite surprised on the honeymoon.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll just leave it
definitely.
at that.
I think I'm gonna be surprised. But I was there.
So yeah,
It's really on my back.
he is he's disfigured with very trashy tattoos.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So
definitely.
That's good stuff.
that is gonna
Do
be
you think I could collect this ability?
I don't
for
know.
being trashy. There's a couple whole states that could collect this.
Maybe that's what
Your whole city gets it.
You gotta move by me if you want that, man. Easy.
What's wrong with the economy?
Oh my gosh.
Let's not get too political, guys.
All right.
So, I guess since we're not going long,
Yeah.
we should just go ahead and talk about what games we've been playing for the past week,
Minecraft
and
still.
we can end out the podcast after that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
But let's start over with Jake, and we'll just work our way around.
Sure. Yeah, I got a new PC. It's Asus something or another.
And I'm gonna interrupt you just because I can.
It was easier to do in person.
You're at my house now, son.
Sit,
Oh, he's already sick.
bark.
Ben, go ahead.
So
You whimper audibly when you do that.
yeah, this is exciting. You need to share this news. I will,
Yeah.
I will give the floor back to you.
Yeah. So finally, after many years of having Tim grace me with a PC that was good enough to work for
Sometimes.
most games. Yeah, it's getting to where it's kind of up in the years, like Tim
Like
himself.
Timmy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I
Chisel
thought it was
down a
time.
rock with my own
Is
two
that some
hands.
white
If you only see some light, you really need some of your eyes checked.
Yeah, right. So I pulled some tax money together that I had left over, and I ended up buying a
There's
brand
my
new PC with a nice graphics
The
card.
leash was loosened a bit.
You'll learn.
She did have to give
Soon
him
enough.
permission to come out and hang out. You know,
Yeah.
he had to
You
ask.
just have your phone on you so she can call you and tell you.
Just in case, yeah.
Time to come home.
Deletions have become wireless these days.
Anyway,
His does that.
we're pretty-
PC's nice. The
Yeah,
PC's
say, we're
great.
trying to keep it a
Kind of
bit.
shoot this short. Come on.
PC's fantastic. Let's try to get this ragging thing over with. Games I've been playing recently, I've tried Skyrim on it, max settings, perfectly fine. I tried Crysis on it, ultra high settings, perfectly fine. Even had really high frame rates. Like I had no problems when I was recording 60 frames per second on the recording. So the video was very smooth, very nice. It's as smooth as when I was playing it. So no problems on that. No problems on Rust or anything I've played on it. So it's a good PC. I had an issue with Ubisoft and their Uplay. That was a lot of fun.
It's just because it's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you play.
What game was it?
Well,
that
it
giving
was
you problems?
Assassin's Creed 5. It wasn't a game. It was actually you
You're up
play.
to 5 now?
No,
yeah.
they're only at
Oh, it's 4. Sorry, Assassin's Creed 4. I was
Sorry,
reading stuff online,
you're ahead
but-
2 months.
Yeah. But I was trying to download the game. I was trying to download the game, and what was happening was it would download. It would start to download, and then slowly my download, like my rate per second, would just drop. You know, from 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then all of a sudden it would just cancel out. It wouldn't download. So what I was reading online, essentially there was like an error with Uplay, where I had to set my cap to 1 megabit per second. So it would have taken like 4 hours to download. I did that, but my computer fell asleep, so then it got canceled. And then the next day they actually updated it. So it doesn't do that anymore, so I was able to get max download speed off of it, and I got it downloaded. So I've been playing with that too. So
You know what they really want you to do? Is just go pirate the game anyways.
yeah, probably. They seem to love that.
Yep.
That's it though.
You're doing the shadow play
Yes.
too,
Yeah.
correct?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Very cool.
And that works out very well on that PC.
I say it works
No
pretty well
problems.
on mine too.
Yeah, it's great.
Sweet.
It'd be good for Rust highlights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I try to capture like if I'm not recording, there still is a feature to save the last 5 minutes of gameplay. So I try to capture if something happens that's kind of cool or funny. So
Sweet.
yeah.
All right. Well, I'm approaching the end of my first class, so I had a big paper, so that was awful. So I really didn't play much, but I did play a little bit of Rust. I don't know how. Do we want to get into this now?
Sure.
I don't know if we have time for that.
Yeah.
But-
I don't know.
So,
We're bad bandits.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Rust is really boring when you're trying to run around and collect stuff to build your house. I work hard at work, and then I come home and I do school. I don't want to sit at my computer and work more. So I just like to troll the crap out of that game. I think that is the funnest thing, is just mess with people and try to murder as many people as I can.
This is a Christian gaming community, right?
Online murder is okay.
No, it's different.
That's
It's
so-
totally different.
totally biblical.
Their souls
too.
stay intact.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So it was much to my delight that the crew said we are no longer in the gathering resource kind of phase. We're just going to be bandits.
Mm-hmm.
And what
bandits, too.
specific bandits are we?
We are the barricade bandits, which means we troll people's houses. What we do is we either try to break into a place, steal all we can, and then set up barricades over their doors so that they can't get back into their house, essentially locking them out. Or we'll put up ramps so they can't get out, or spike walls.
Yeah.
And we went all night long, trolling people's houses and just messing up their houses.
And we killed probably 6 or 7
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Well,
Just for the record, I don't own Rust yet, so
probably, we could tell stories from all that night. We messed up a lot of people's houses, but probably one of the funnier
We
things.
left the place basically looking like Detroit. So
Minus the boats in the road.
They were messing with some dude's house, and I was just watching out in this big open valley, and I saw this figure running down the road. He had some animals chasing him. I'm like, oh guys, there's someone down there. So I was like, oh, we can cut him off. So we start cutting him off. We start running across the field, and
and to give you a good picture of this, it's one guy followed by 6 animals,
and then
followed by 5 guys with guns.
and so we start yelling at him on voice chat, do you know about Jesus? And all this stuff. And then someone takes shots at him. We're like, oh, I guess we're doing this. And we all just light up on him.
I
And
wanted a bad 5
he
seconds. for
turns
that guy.
around to look at us, and then he dies. I don't know if the wolf got him,
Oh, it
or
was
we
us.
shot him,
It was us.
or
That's
what.
we
And
were
we stole the crap out of his stuff. He
yeah.
had all kinds of
He had
things.
some good resources too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny.
So that was fun. It sucked to be that guy though, for real. It's oh, I'll just outrun these wolves, and then oh no, there's 4 people after me with guns, and then we messed up some guy's house after
Yeah.
that. So we were particularly malicious that night.
Yeah.
But
We are the worst kind of bandits.
oh yeah, I love trolling people in that game and trying to lure them into and into spots.
Hey, I need help.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
We should probably save our
That is how we started that first
later.
war, which I got a legendary name from.
Yeah.
Just feared.
The Dawn.
Look at my boss, man. I know.
Alright.
All right, so moving out of Rust to the rusty one who has been on the podcast for like a year.
For a year. You guys don't game with me anymore.
I can't help it. You
I
moved
tell
to
you, you're in a
Arizona.
bad time zone.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
we
be
had
an
a bad
hour.
experience.
I'll be an hour behind and
Yeah,
at the end of this
the
weekend.
time change.
So,
Yeah.
so
Talk about a
hopefully,
bad weekend to get married.
Yeah.
yeah.
You lose
Well,
an
maybe you
hour.
can
A
postpone the
bad
weekend.
weekend to like fly back to Virginia. Yeah, that'll be fantastic.
So I've been playing played Minecraft on a server with a couple guys from the Everyday Gamers podcast.
Yeah, was it an absolute blast?
Absolutely.
Probably not. I don't think it was that person.
Yeah. So I'm sure I'll be going home and picking up Rust and joining in the shenanigans, and actually I'll be joining in a noob server for a while.
You can
With
be
permanent?
housemaid with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll join Timmy.
Hey, what happened to your apron?
Yeah. We gave you an
Sorry.
apron.
I'll be joining.
I got
Timmy
him dirty
on noob
doing
server.
dishes. So I wanted to
Making
look,
all that chicken.
I wanted to look pretty for the podcast.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
You gotta
I
pay
can cover
fees.
my. You're gonna pixelate my face, right? I'm in witness protection, so.
Deepen his voice.
Yeah.
Witless protection?
So
Yeah, Andrew is my witless protection. Oh, I'm sorry.
I am the Brute Squad.
Exactly.
I've really just been playing Rust. I haven't had time to play other stuff. And the last time we played was when we took advantage of that poor lost soul that was running away from many animals.
Yeah.
But I've
How
had
do you do it?
an absolute blast playing that game.
Oh man.
And it has been very fun to get on the servers and learn how to make explosives, and then have the server administrator decide you can't make explosives.
That was fun, especially directly after I learned how to make them and make
Yeah.
four.
So I think it's a great game, and I'm excited to see more of what they do to it
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
Seems like they're not gonna quit that game anytime soon. They're still updating it. So
About weekly too.
yeah.
Kind of like Cube World.
Except the opposite of Cube World.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so far, there haven't really been bad updates either. So it's usually beneficial stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Rust 2, keep it short. I think we're
Yeah, I think we're almost out of time, but yeah.
still enjoying playing Rust, and I'd still be playing Minecraft, but I'm stuck in the Nether right now, so I gotta get someone to bail me out, and I'll probably play some more of that. Well, when I get back to Arizona, I can jump in your game with you. So
Then
Yeah. It's been fun so far. Lots of interesting stories. So
just more Rust.
A lot of Rust.
It's a fun game.
Yeah,
I would
like,
suggest everyone get it.
Like a 6-person crew on Rust. 7
Yeah.
if you count Timmy. Or
6 and a half.
6.5.
6.5.
6 and a half, including me.
He makes the sandwiches. So.
Yeah.
He's a pretty good sandwich maker.
Yeah, he is.
So we have 6
Alright.
people willing to attack. And
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the end. We didn't want to be too long-winded because old man here is starting to nod. We don't want him to drool on himself.
So I gotta
So
get back to the hospital. I mean my care facility.
is it time for your IV yet?
Yes.
So yeah, that was it, and y'all peace out.
Alright. See you guys later.
deuces.
Bye.
Deuces.